Hey, I'm Nataliya from nataliyaray.com, and in this video I'm going to show you 7 of the best Facebook ad examples that I have for you that are working wonderfully in 2022 and beyond. And my goal with this is for you to actually be able to copy these Facebook ads directly into your business, obviously change the product, change the copy, change the vibe, and see how they are working for you. I have been managing Facebook ad budget of over 6 figures for the past few years now for my businesses as well as clients. And I have to tell you that these particular 7 types of Facebook ads seem to be working amazingly well, whether I'm posting them on Facebook or on Instagram again and again and again, regardless of the kind of client that I'm working with, regardless of their niche or their industry. So I highly encourage you to try these out, and let's begin. So the first type of Facebook ad example that I have for you is called the hero's journey. And by far, especially if you're a personal brand, meaning that people know your face, this kind of ad seems to be working amazingly well no matter what. And the concept of this ad is essentially you sharing your story of struggle and what you needed to do to overcome it, which eventually is leading to the product or service that you're selling, right? So these kinds of ads do tend to be a bit longer than other types of ads. Generally speaking, when it comes to advertising in 2022 and beyond, I do tend to do a bit more of a short form type of copy because it does seems to be working better. And I invest more time in my creative, meaning in my image or in my video, except if it's a hero's journey ad. If it's a hero's journey ad, I'm gonna make that story, I'm gonna make that copy as long as it needs to be, just because it's so darn effective. And the reason why it's so darn effective is because of this irrefutable law of marketing that I learned from my earliest mentor, the one that had the most profound effect over my life, my business, and the amount of success that I'm having today. And this mentor told me this. He told me that if you will be able to articulately describe a person's struggle to them, especially if you can do that better than even they can, they will automatically assume that you have the solution. And that's the goal of these kinds of ads. You essentially share your struggles, the pains that you've had to go through, because guess what? These are the exact pains that your audience is going through right now. So describing it to them really makes them feel understood. And by seeing you where you are at right now, let's say that you're selling something about weight loss and they see how fit you are today, when in the past you were not as fit, then they will immediately assume that you have the best solution for them. And that's the purpose of these ads. So give them a try and let me know how that went. One last tip that I'm going to give you about this ad is that it doesn't have to be the story, meaning that you will have most likely several different hero stories that you will tell from different angles, different situations in your life. So simply try all of them and see which one works the best. The second type of Facebook ad example that I have for you is the unbelievable offer. And this type of ad is all about giving people an offer that is so darn amazing that they simply cannot say no to. As an example for you here, I have an example from Dan Kennedy, who sold his book for only $1, which is an amazing offer because for a person like me, I'm a very, very big Dan Kennedy fan. I will pay any kind of price to buy his books, and his books cost around $20 to $30 each. So buying them for just $1 is an amazingly unbelievable offer for me, which I am the target audience for this ad. Another example is from Spotify, and this is actually the ad that converted me to become a premium user for Spotify because they allowed me to try their premium features for 3 months for $1. And guess what happens after 3 months? I could not even stand the sound of advertisements or ads throughout my Spotify listening modes. And from that point on, I simply became a premium user. So go ahead and see what is the best type of offer that you can actually give your audience. Can you give them a trial? Can you give them a special discount for a limited amount of time and see how it goes? See the amount of reaction that you get from this particular type of ad. Okay, the third type of Facebook ad example that I have for you here is to answer a burning question that your audience have in their minds, right? You should be the person that knows best what is working in your niche. If you are working with clients, simply interview them and try and extract the information out of their minds, but simply try and figure out what are the most burning questions that people have and simply answer these questions with your ads or with the page where you're sending people to, right? For example, if you're creating a Facebook ad and you're sending people into a video page, try and answer that question in the video, and therefore your ad will be used to lure people in order to learn the response, right? One of the best ways that I can actually give you in order to find these kinds of questions, if you don't have a client to interview or if you're just not sure, actually one of the biggest tips that I have for you, if you don't know what your audience most burning questions are, and you don't have a client to interview, is simply head off to Google, type in any kind of like general question that your audience might have. In this example, I simply typed in how to train your dog, and see what Google gives you as examples under people also ask, because these are the most popular questions that people actually type in the search. So for example, what are the 7 commands to train a dog? What are the 5 golden rules of dog training? So try and answer these kinds of questions in your ads and see how it works for you. Okay, the fourth type of Facebook ad example that I have for you is called a red ocean ad. And in this ad, you simply mercilessly go after your competitors' downsides and show how your product or service is different. And this is an amazing example from Dollar Shave Club, which is one of the most amazing companies in the world. Their marketing is just unbeatable when it comes to razors and men shaving and all of that jazz. And they actually, in this ad, actually showed what they are selling, which costs $6. And they showed off that their competitors, which is here under the their section of the ad, actually sell the exact same thing for $18, meaning about like 3 times more expensive than they do. So that's what I mean by that. Simply show off how do your competitors line up compared to your product, to your service, and simply make yourself look that much better than they do. Okay, the fifth type of Facebook ad example that I have for you is called the secret sauce ad. And this ad is all about showing off your secret to success, right? And you can have multiple different secrets to success, but obviously in every single ad that you create, the secret to success is that particular thing that they can find in your product or in your service, right? So this kind of ad from Grant Cardone is actually sharing what is the secret to have a 90% close rate. And obviously it's his course or whatever it is that he's selling here. I think it's the business training platform. So this is the secret. So essentially you introduce the audience to some kind of a problem that they're having or some kind of situation that they're having trouble with, and then you share with them what is the secret to overcoming it, what is the secret to making it better, what is the secret to achieving the success that they want in this particular field. And then obviously your product or service is a thing that essentially manifests it in the real world. So try this out and let me know how it works. Now, the last 2 types of ads are different because they are more of like a retargeting ads, right? Retargeting ads is essentially where a person has already visited your sales page or they've already seen your offer, but they haven't converted yet. They haven't bought yet, right? And so ad example number 6 is when you handle an objection that they might have, which might be a reason why they didn't buy, right? So in this particular example from Frank Kern, he actually did not handle a specific objection, but he simply gave a list of benefits or on like, here's why you do want to buy this product. For example, number 1, you'll discover the 7-step irresistible intrigue method for blah, 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 blah. And he simply lured them in with curiosity. Another type of way that I'm using this ad every single time for every single client is I'm handling in the objection of it's too expensive. And then I show them inside the ad why it's not that expensive. Maybe I show them my competitors. Maybe I show them what they can actually achieve with this product that is actually worth the price. Another type of objection that I usually handle is the objection of time, right? These are the big 2 that people normally have. I don't have time, I don't have money. So handle the objection of time. Like, how much time does it actually take to use your product? Maybe your product is so darn like overwhelming and huge, so people are not confident that they have the time to actually go through this. So show them it will only take you like 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a week, whatever it is for you, but simply handle that objection. Put this ad on and see how it works. This ad works amazingly well to close clients that already visited your offer but haven't converted for some reason. Try it on, let me know how it works. And now the last type of ad that I'm going to share with you here today is obviously another retargeting ad. And in this case, it's just a last chance ad. I don't know if you're already doing email marketing, but if you're doing email marketing, you would know that when you have a campaign, when you have a launch, that final email that says, Sale is closing, the cart is closing is the email that will without a doubt bring you the most amount of sales every single time, for every single campaign, for every single client, and ads are no different. So simply put on this ad, let people know that your cart is closing or that the amount of seats that you have available are about to run out, and see how it performs. Essentially, in this type of ad, you're speaking to people's sense of scarcity, right? They don't want to miss out. So simply use that human nature where we don't want to miss out on things, put it on an ad and see how it works for you, because for me, it works amazingly well, regardless of the client, regardless of the industry. Just give it a try. So that was it, 7 types of Facebook ads that I highly encourage you to try because they have been working amazingly well for us. So simply let me know which of these ads is your favorite, which one have you already tried, and how did it work for you? Let me know in the comments below and tag me. If you have any questions, also leave them in the comments below. And if you want to support this channel, simply make sure to subscribe and hit the bell because it really helps me get the word out about these videos. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Until then, yalla bye.